Hello there, very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. For the news first, where the people come first, I'm Martin Satyanesan. Let's start off with a look at your headlines for this afternoon.
President Wickremesinghe meets the President of Singapore. Wallaby farmers protest in Hambantota, demanding arrest of attackers. Small lakes dry up, drinking water crisis in many areas. A mother of 4 dies from a wild elephant attack in Anuradhapura.
On to those stories in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe left the country this morning for a 2-day official visit to Singapore. President Wickremesinghe met with Singapore's President Halimah Yacob a short while ago. Throughout this visit, President Wickremesinghe has a series of significant meetings planned. Under the provisions of Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, countries have the opportunity to collaborate effectively with the objective of reducing global greenhouse gas emissions through international carbon trading. Accordingly, a cooperative understanding concerning carbon neutrality within the framework of the Paris Agreement is to be established between the governments of Sri Lanka and Singapore. Joining the President on this visit will be Sagala Ratnayaka, Chief of Presidential Staff and Senior Advisor on National Security, Ruwan Wijewardena, Senior Advisor on Climate Change, and Dr. R.H. Samaratunga, Senior Advisor of Economic Affairs. During President Wickremesinghe's absence from the country, 4 acting ministers have been designated to oversee the ministries under his purview. The appointments include Minister of State for Defence, Pramita Bandara Tennakon as the Acting Minister of Defence, Minister of State for Finance, Shehan Semisinghe as the Acting Minister of Finance, Economic Stabilisation and National Policy, Minister of State for Technology, Kanaka Herath as the Acting Minister of Technology, and Minister of State for Social Empowerment, Anupa Pasquale, as the Acting Minister for Women, Child Affairs and Social Empowerment. The drought in Purane, an irrigation tank at the Ratmale village in Minneria, Polonnaruwa, has severely impacted the livelihoods of the people.
Approximately 1,000 families live in Ratmale village in Minneria. Many of them make their living through farming and labor work. They fulfill their water requirements from the Ratmale Purane Vaver. However, the water in the Vaver has dried up due to the lack of rain in the past 4 months. The remaining water is also unclean. As a result, the villagers are experiencing difficulties in carrying out their daily activities. Nearly all the wells in the village have also dried up, making it even more difficult for the villagers to get water. The farmers said their crops have been destroyed. Meanwhile, water levels in many reservoirs are reducing at an increasing rate. The water level in Kandalama Reservoir has a maximum capacity of 27,318 acre-feet, but it has decreased to 2,000. The capacity of Ibbankatuwa Reservoir is 9,000 acre-feet, however it has currently reduced to 1,500 acre-feet. It is the responsibility of the officials to provide the required facilities to farmers who are toiling to fulfill the food requirement of the country. The issues faced by the farmers has escalated to the point where farmers are protesting for water. It has been estimated that 50,000 acres of farmland have been destroyed as a result of not making timely decisions. Is the water issue over from that point? No. Even the farmers from the Mahavali zone have come to a position where they have to go behind officials and beg for water to be released. The farmers said around 62,500 acres of farmland are under threat due to low-level water in the Kalawawa. In order to protect the farming land, the farmers said at least 3 turns of water is required. They inspected Kalawawa last evening. Due to this uncertain situation, hundreds of thousands of farming families in the village of Galnava, Meegalava, Eppavala, Tambutegama, Thalawa and Notchiagama, where 40% of paddy cultivation and 60% of side crops such as mung beans and soy have been cultivated in the H region, are living in uncertainty. Farmer representatives went to Kalawava Kadavara temple yesterday and engaged in religious activities asking for the help of the gods to solve this dire problem.
The people of Morogoda Bandiwava village in the Kakirava division of Anuradhapura are also helpless as they cannot find water to drink. All water sources in the area have dried up during this drought. The village is home to 106 families.
Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre said that nearly 100 bowsers have been deployed to distribute water throughout the island. DMC Director Major General Sudanta Ranasinghe stated that water will be distributed to hospitals and social service institutions as requested.
More than 100 bowsers have been deployed for the distribution of water across 15 districts. Not only to residents, we are also providing water to hospitals and social service institutions as a request.
While many people are suffering from the drinking water crisis, a major water leak is reported due to the bursting of an underground water pipe in the Galahitiava area of Ganemulla. Locals said that a massive amount of water has been going to waste since 3 a.m. today.
MP Patil Champika Ranawaka, a former energy minister, expressed his views on the country's energy crisis at a public meeting held in Gampaha yesterday.
The electricity tariffs were increased by 7 times for the most vulnerable people of this country who consume up to 60 units. Not even a 10% increase was imposed on the wealthy people. We have all paid the debts for Mahaveli and Lakshapana. They produce electricity at low prices such as 2 to 3 rupees. We don't have to purchase electricity at 52 rupees. The electricity tariffs were increased very unfairly. They tried to sell the CEB by breaking it into 15 segments. They are trying to do the same for the water board. If someone buys over Lakshapana and Mahaveli, will they release water for consumption or for agriculture? Or will he produce electricity at 52 rupees per unit? He will definitely produce electricity.
Mahaveli Sankirne Sallikare Gattot yam meheki. Mokada wenne? ඒ මිනිහා පානීය ජලයට වතුර නිකුත් කරයිද? ගොවිතැනට නිකන් වතුර නිකුත් කරයිද? නැත්නම් රුපියල් 52 ගානේ විදුලිය නිපදවයිද? විදුලිය නිපදවනවා. ඒක තමයි වෙන්නේ. ඔය පහුගිය කාලේ සමනලවැවේ වතුර බ්ලොක් කරගෙන ඒක තමයි සිද්ධ වුනේ. මාදන මුත්තගේ වැඩේ වගේ තමයි. බෙල්ලත් කැපුවා කලෙත් බින්ද. ලයින් එකක් ගැහුවා, ගොවියාගේ ඉඩම් ටිකත් පාළු වුණා, ඒවටත් වන්දි ගෙවුවා, අන්තිමට පුජ්ජලි ගංශේ විදුලියක් ගත්තා.
Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says that the Minister of Health will prepare a special program to retain doctors who leave the country.
මේ වෙනකොට විශේෂඥ වෛද්‍යවරු ඇතුළු මේ වෛද්‍යවරු දැන් මේ රට අතහැර යන සූදානමින් ඉන්නවා කියලා ඒ කියනවා.
ඔය හැර නොයන වෛද්‍යවරුත් විශාල පිරිසක් ඉන්නවනේ.
There is a majority of doctors who are not leaving the country as well. As a government, we cannot ban the migration of doctors. The Health Minister will implement a special program to retain the doctors who are planning to leave. Sri Lanka is the only country where you can obtain a degree in medicine free of charge. These doctors have enjoyed free education. They have come from rural villages and have been benefited from the taxpayers' money. So we hope they will contribute to implementing a program to serve the country and transforming this country to a prosperous one.
ඉන්න හිතේ රටක් බවට පරිවර්තනය කරගන්න එතුමන්ලත් දායක වෙලා වැඩපිළිවෙලක් සකස් කරගන්නේ කියලා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
The minister made these remarks during a program to provide medical equipment to the Homagama Base Hospital.
The second leg of the LOLC Divisavya program got underway today, centering the Kurunegala district. LOLC Divisavya distributes necessary school books and stationery items to the school students of Sri Lanka. This worthy initiative is a collaboration between the LOLC group and the Ministry of Education. The LOLC Divisavya program took place today, centering the Kurunegala Education Zone and Ibagamo Education Zone of the Kurunegala district. The LOLC Divisavya program distributed school books and stationery items to the students of Ibagamuwa, Thalangamuwa Kanishta Vidyalaya, Godarathmale Primary School, Rankirimada Primary School and Vevalagama Primary School. The Divisavia team also distributed school books and stationery items to students of Pothuhara, Handugala Primary School, Sri Sonathara Primary School, Pulgahavela Tamil Vidyalaya and Pothuhara Muslim School of the Kurunagal Education Zone. The objective of the LOLC Divisavia program is to support the Sri Lankan student population to achieve their future goals. A group of farmers carried out a demonstration in Hambantota this morning, calling for the arrest of the persons who attacked the farmers who demanded that water be released from Samanala River. The farmers who gathered in front of the Hambantota Port Police Station demanded that the people who attacked the farmers be immediately arrested and the law implemented. We are all in the midst of various challenges, but despite these challenges, we all want to experience the joy of life. News First serial sir were with the people to share both the joy and sorrow every challenge that the country faced. So even today, amidst these challenges, we came to the southern province and shared the happiness with the people with Sri Lanka's biggest kite festival, Sirasa TV Surf Excel Kites Festival 2023. Our team also ensured the Matara beach that saw the attendance of scores of people to the Sirasa TV Surf Excel Kites Festival 2023 was cleaned up after the event. A woman was killed by yet another wild elephant attack in Ranwantalagama in Tispanepura.
The elephant had attacked the woman when she was making her way to pluck curry leaves for cooking. The woman who sustained severe injuries succumbed upon admission to the Tambutegama Base Hospital. The victim was 62 years old. Treatment for an elephant calf found with severe injuries at the Hadilawava in Hambantota commenced last night. The mother of the calf and another elephant who stayed next to the calf was tranquilized by the wildlife officials. The measures were taken to treat the elephants by officials attached to the At Aturu Sevana and Hambantota Wildlife Office. The right front leg of the calf was wounded after it was caught in a snare by the hunters. Measures were taken to release the elephants to the wild after providing treatment.
A woman was killed in an accident when she was crossing the road on a pedestrian crossing in Panadura.
The 60-year-old victim was identified as Kudugalage Swarna Hemamala, a resident of Bakegama in Panadura. The motorist had fled the scene. Southern Province Police are conducting further investigations into the incident. A Mercedes-Benz car caught fire and was completely destroyed after it ran off the road and collided with an electricity transformer at the Atkandura Lake roundabout in Mapalagama in Alpitia. 3 people who were travelling in the vehicle jumped out of the car and escaped after it caught fire. Alpitia police are conducting further investigations.
Shifting your attention to international news. At least 25,000 households across Los Angeles are out of power as the center of the storm moves through the city. Hillary has unleashed flash floods east and west of the Californian megacity. Los Angeles, one of the biggest cities in America, is home to nearly 4 million people. After making landfall in Mexico earlier Sunday, Tropical Storm Hillary has crossed into California, where it is unleashing heavy rain and turning roads into gushing streams, as officials warn of potentially deadly floods.
Numerous preliminary daily rainfall records for the 20th of August were broken across southwestern California Sunday as the region feels the impact of tropical storm Hillary. Authorities across southern California pleaded with residents not to drive, warning of mudslides, road deterioration and dangerous debris flows and flooding as some communities declared emergencies to respond to the storm. One California official has warned Hillary could be among the most devastating storms to hit the state in recent years. More than 1,000 flights within, into or out of the US have been cancelled Sunday and more than 4,900 have been delayed. The US National Hurricane Center is predicting that the storm will head further inland over the coming hours.
Officials say Russia's unmanned Luna 25 spacecraft has crashed into the moon after spinning out of control.
It was Russia's first moon mission in almost 50 years. The craft was due to be the first ever to land on the moon's south pole, but failed after encountering problems as it moved into its pre-landing orbit. It was set to explore part of the moon which scientists think could hold frozen water and precious elements. Roscosmos, Russia's state space corporation, said on Sunday morning that it had lost contact with the Luna 25 shortly after 14:57 p.m. on Saturday. It said in a statement, preliminary findings showed that the 800-kilogram lander had ceased to exist as a result of a collision with the surface of the moon. It said a special commission would look into why the mission failed.
From that, we bring to a close this edition of Lunchtime News on TV1. For details of these stories and much more, simply log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. For the News First, where the people come first, I'm Martin Satyanesan. You take care and have a great day.